The approach that we were taking is really a radical change for the organization. And even if it was just changing our accreditation status, that would be huge. We're going to eradicate poverty and we're going to bust barriers for students. When you start talking about an admissions process and to discover that we had, between our 7 colleges, maybe 5 distinct different processes, and then to redefine that into one, and at the same time taking into account how that affects a student that may have some very significant barriers with regards to housing or transportation. Some of them were just not prepared for the conversation. They still had their glasses on that said, nobody else is doing this, why should we be doing this? And then to have a group like CampusWorks come in and validate that this is a difficult proposition. It's one that the end result could really vault what not only our institution does, but maybe change the face of higher education.
It is rather unusual for a higher education institution to be as bold as the Dallas College Vision is. While we used our standard methodology, we had the blessing of the chancellor and the leadership team to really go in and take the gloves off and really push the organization to think completely differently about how they will operate as a single institution. Part of our job was to start to imagine what it would be like to be a single institution and what opportunities they would face.
If we would have brought in somebody that was tied to a vendor or a particular vendor solution, then the entire conversation would be filtered through that lens. And even though we may have been successful, we may still have missed something that would be important to uplift the community.
It was a really incredible experience, and it really allowed people to sort of put their toes in the water of seeing what it would be like to be a single institution and start to imagine and reimagine what the business processes would be like. And what they ended up with at the end of the engagement was fully documented, reimagined processes that kind of helped them to see, wow, there's a way to do this, and we're pretty psyched about being able to do it.